Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally rocking the Walrus Audio ACS1. This is going to be a shorty. I don't want to go, there's plenty of amazing demos that people have done. This pedal's been out for a while. I'm late to the game. I just want to use this to see, does this pass the test in terms of running a pedal board into it. And I'll put a picture somewhere with the pedal board. Basically, I have my OCE pedals wrench fuzz, which is like a silicone fuzz face thing. I got the Wampler mini Ego compressor because I want to mess with some stuff with that. The green Jealousy Overdrive from Van Day Electronics, which is kind of that TS circuit thing. I'm gonna put the Mjolnir from Mythos, which is more of that Klon circuit. And then I got the Strymon Flint for some reverb and tremolo and stuff. But basically what I want to do is just take each of these settings. So we're going to leave this in the middle. This is a cool thing where you can kind of put different amps on different, sides. Like you can use 2 amps basically from what I understand. But what we're going to do is I just want to see how does the, deluxe thing sound? How does the Marshall sound? How does the Vox sound? Let's just kind of go in and see what each cabinet paired. I'll switch the cabinets too because the front, I'm gonna look at this real quick just to make sure I'm getting it right, but the front cabs are the Fender Deluxe Replication, B is the Two Rock Creamback, C is the Vox Blueback Replication. And then if you hold this bypass button and you switch the cabs, the rear is Fender Super Reverb cabinet, Marshall 4x12 is B, and the C is the Vox Greenback. So we'll do that, and then we'll kind of look at these. So these are the settings that they kind of send you with. So it's like red preset, green preset, blue preset. So it's Fender, Fullerton amp, London, which is the Marshall, and blue, which is the Vox. So we'll do each of those two kind of stock just to see, how Walrus likes to set it up. So yeah, so let me just bounce into it. I'm just gonna start playing and twisting some knobs and see how how differently we can get these amps sounding. So right now I'm just going straight into my Universal Audio Apollo interface. The guitar is plugged into the straight into the front guitar jack, and this is what it sounds like direct. Pretty anemic, right? Basically. So we put this on. To me, already, I can tell you, I bought the Iridium at one point thinking that would be a game-changing thing for me to do these videos late at night, while my family's sleeping. Immediately, I have to say, and this might get a lot of hate, and that's fine, it's all opinions, right? But I like this better than the Strymon right out the gate. And I've only had about 5 minutes to mess with this pedal, but the ACS1 seems to be more authentic and doesn't sound as choked. I still feel like there's a bit of tweaking I need to do with this to get it right where I want it, but right out of the gate, I liked it a lot better than when I first plugged in the Iridium. All right, so right now we're going to be on, this is the Fender setting. Let's just play some clean stuff real quick. Just clean, totally no reverb. Cool. And now let's put in a little bit of that room so you can hear what that sounds like. That room is cool. It definitely adds ambience and makes you feel like you're kind of, in that recording space in a small room. I'm going to crank it all the way up. Cool. That's the room. So let's back that all the way off. I'm going to put the Strymon Flint in for some 60s reverb. Okay. Bring up the decay a little bit. Okay, cool. So adding a little bit of a reverb pedal in there in front of it makes it sound and feel more like an amp to me. Let's do... So I have the treble up pretty high. Let me back this off just a little bit. Cool, that feels a little bit more, normal. Everything is kind of like EQ wise is around 1 o'clock. Feels good to me. All right, so let's move on to putting a little bit of fuzz and drive in front of this Fender amp real quick. Here is the Green Jealousy from Van Day Electronics. Sounds pretty good to me. All right, let's put some fuzz on. That feels pretty great too. Put a little bit of a Mjolnir in there. Cool. And I will say that there is also a boost button on this, which is right here, and it makes a huge difference. So check this out. Pretty great. All right, let's move on to the Marshall. Switch the cabs. This is going to be like the 2-rack, and this is going to be the Marshall. Ooh, doggy. Feels a little bit more jangly, right, than what you might expect, but it feels great. It feels pretty comfortable. Let me put on the Overdrive with the Green Jealousy. It feels like the volume drops a little bit when you move over to this. Let me put the volume up just a tad. Okay, let's put the fuzz on with it. Cool. That boost channel, that's pretty sick, man. That's a great idea. All right, let's move on to the Vox. Jangle, jangle, jangle. Pretty great. Let's just go through the drive stuff again. Here's the Green Jealousy. fuzz. It sounds great, man. I definitely feel like this is way more fun to play through than the Iridium was for me. I don't really know what the whole deal with the Iridium was for me, why it didn't click immediately. This feels like this clicks way more, and I can see way more usefulness, at least from the way that I approach playing and my simple mind in terms of how I want to use a piece of gear. It's great. If we just go to the presets, right now, so green is going to be the London amp. So this is going to be more your Marshall. This is the 2-rack cab, and here's how that sounds. A little bit of Verb. Cool, sounds great. All right, let's move on. This is going to be the Vox. So voxy, so voxy. Cool. All right, this is back to the Fender. Now I want to try something. I got the room all the way down. I have no Verb on. Let's get a little bit wongy, Corey wongy as it were. Spanky, super spanky. That's super cool. And then if you just, switch these toggles, takes you back to, where you want to be. And then same thing, this boost button works exactly how, you would want it if you're in those presets to push that. So if you have that on, and we're back in the Marshall, right? the ACS1. Quick old dirty run through, and I still went over 20 minutes. Mark. You guys, I just have too much fun doing these things. I'm sorry for the long videos. It's just way too much damn fun. ACS1, from what I can tell, and I barely touched any of the knobs too. I just wanted to see how each, amp reacts kind of out of the gate. Really quick, just super duper fast. Let's go to, okay, let's do this. I'm going to start on the Fender. I'm just going to bring up the gain so you guys can hear how that affects things. Alright, let's move to London. London's beautiful. If you've never been to London, please go. It's so great. Cool. That's great. Sounds great. You know what? Really quick, let me do something. I'm gonna pop this sucker out just to play devil's advocate. How does this sound? Some humbuckers. We're not clipping as of now. We're not clipping, right? Alright, and this is the gains kind of all the way up, and I'm gonna turn it down real quick. There you have it, folks. Got some humbuckers in there. To be honestly, I felt like between the two, and it didn't feel like there was a gigantic jump in volume when I put the humbuckers in front of it at all. So navigated that pretty well, but I don't know, man. This pedal is just, if you're looking for something in that line of the Strymon Iridium or the ACS1, and maybe I didn't give enough time with the Strymon to really mess with IRs and all that stuff, but this thing immediately spoke to me, and they've done some cool stuff. The boost circuit, the programmable, the MIDI, everything that you have at your footprint, not fingerprints, I guess, but everything you have at your feet, it can handle it and it can do a job. If you're in a church, band and you're playing, I can see how this thing, or like something like the HX Stomp or something like that, would be very popular. It's just technology has come a long way. And I think that this thing is winning the race right now in terms of something this compact. Because, the Stomp and everything, that's much bigger. There's a lot more memory, a lot more firepower put into that thing, where this is a pedal. It's a pedal. Let's just marvel at that, by the way. It's a pedal. So anyway, check this out if you get a chance. If you're in the market for something, this is a very, very, very good option. Walrus, good on you. Again, they continue to just impress me every time. Really, really love that company. So guys, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time.